welcome back to my channel. My name's Georgia, I hope you're well. Today we are going to be choosing my October TBR. It's that time of month, it's come around again already. I feel like we blink and we're in the next month's TBR video already, it's crazy. As always, I'm going to be using my TBR jar to choose the reads that I want to pick this month. September has been my best month for like the amount of books that I've read. I've also had some really good books this month as well, but I only actually managed to read 4 of the 6 that I picked from my TBR jar last month, so not the best effort at sticking to my TBR, but a good start. Now actually I'm lying to you as well, I've read 3 of the books, I'm currently on the 4th book, so I've done a pretty poor effort at sticking to the set TBRs that I've pulled for this month. So I'm going to pick 6 from the jar again and we will see if we can do better this month than we did last month at actually sticking to our chosen TBR. So let's go in for prompt number 1. I'm going to dig my way down to the bottom, just try and get some different ones. I have a yellow one. We have a book that has been highly recommended. I mean, I only read books because they're either highly recommended or because I really like the covers. So this opens up majority of my bookshelf, to be honest. This gives me pretty much 90% of the books I own. I've been looking for a new sports romance series to read, so I've had a lot of recommendations for sport romances. I've also had a specific fantasy series as well. I do feel like usually in the sort of autumny months I do gravitate more towards fantasy, but I do have sport romance series that's probably been recommended to me most out of every book on my shelf at the moment, so I think we'll go with that one. Let me grab it. So this is The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is book 1 in the Off-Campus series by her. I think they're all sort of like interconnected ice hockey romance sort of reads. So this has been recommended to me over and over and over again by multiple people now. It's like a series that they think I'll really enjoy. So apparently I'm supposed to read the first 4 books in this series and then read the Briar U series and then go back and read book 5 in this series. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's what I've been told is like the best way to read this, because the 5th book in this sort of rounds off both. This is book 1, so it looks like it's following Hannah and Garrett. So I think they're sort of like college, university hockey romances, but I've heard they're really spicy, really fun, lots of banter, very similar to the sort of found family element that you get in the Windy City series, which I absolutely adored. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. I'm a bit worried that I'm going to read this and then just want to binge read the entire series, which is very likely, but this is going to be the first book that we've pulled for our October TBR. A nice little sport romance, something just to break away from a lot of the fantasy that I've been reading recently. So book 1 for October, The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Let's go in for prompt number 2. Another yellow one. Prompt number 2, a hardback book. Now, I've got a feeling I've already chosen what we're reading for this. I mean, it's got to be done, doesn't it? It just has to be done. This is Diabound by Sable Sorensen, and this has been doing the rounds constantly at the moment, and I just need to know what all the fuss is about. I just need to know. So this is a sort of like werewolfy romance, direwolves, that sort of thing. I've tried to avoid as much about it as humanly possible, just because I want to go in as blind as I can. So other than knowing that it's about like wolf packs and it's a fantasy romance, I don't know anything else about this. So it sounds like a trials one as well, which I didn't know, and I love like a trial based book, so this sounds like a lot of fun. I'm really excited to read this. This is going to be amazing. I'm so excited. This is literally like a possible 5-star prediction for me as well. Like I have very high hopes for this book, and it is also a hardback. So book 2 for October, we have Diabound. Let's go in for book number 3. I have a green one. Okay, I've got to start a new series. Now, I'm trying really hard to finish up some series I'm in the middle of, and so far I'm starting 2 new series. So this is going to mark series number 3, but I do have a lot of books I would really like to use for this one. I mean, I could start Lady of Darkness, I could start Dawn of Onyx. I mean, I feel like those 2 are my main 2 actually that I really want to get to. Lady of Darkness or Dawn of Onyx? Which one do we go for, guys? Ooh, I think I want to start the Sacred Stones trilogy. I think we're going to do it. Okay, so this is A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. Now, I have heard the most amazing things about this trilogy. I just want to do it. I just want to start it. So we have started a new series and I'm going to start this one. I know very little about this series. I do have all 3 books ready and waiting on my shelves, but I've just, again, I feel like this came out a while ago, but it's been doing the rounds again on socials recently. 2022, it has been out a while, but I do feel like it's just become a thing again, so I don't know if book 3's only just come out maybe or something like that. But I've heard a lot of good things. Apparently this book isn't the best, but the series itself is amazing. Oh, okay. To make it out of enemy territory, she'll have to navigate backstabbing royals, dark magic and deadly beasts. This sounds like a lot of fun. So it sounds like she is, our main character Arwen offers herself up to save her brother's life. Now she has some sort of magic that heals the soldiers and she's having to basically live under the Onyx King. So it sounds like she has to work with a fellow prisoner and he is a bit of a pain by the sounds of it. But I'm really looking forward to this one. I know I'm explaining it very badly. It sounds like we've got sort of like an enemies to lovers sort of situation, some dark magic in there. Sounds like we're going to have a really unique magic system because it's like some rare magical abilities to heal the soldiers of the vicious Onyx King. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I've heard amazing things. Like I said, this is a trilogy as well and the trilogy is complete. So I think a trilogy is sort of like the perfect amount of books. I really like that sort of vibe. Book 3 for October, we've got Dawn of Onyx. 3 down, 3 to go. Let's go for book number 4. Ooh, I have a new release. I feel like I'm getting all the good ones at once. Oh, I don't know what my newest release would be. I feel like Diabound probably. I've already read that one. I've already read that one and that one. I could read this one. Could we do that? Do we do that? I don't know what my newest release is, to be honest. So I feel like my newest releases would either be like my Fairy Loot ones or the... Oh, never mind. It has only just been traditionally published, so this is technically a new release. So it was first indie published and it's now been traditionally published in literally this year. This came out, I want to say in September, maybe the end of August. But this is probably my newest release that I haven't read yet. So again, I've tried not to read too much about like what happens in this book, but I've heard so many amazing things about it. So this is On Wings of Blood by Briar Bolin. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, I hope I am. But this is book 1 in the Bloodwing Academy and I believe it's sort of like a vampire-esque like school academy type book. Oh, it's Dragon Riders, okay. Great. She's last of the Dragon Riders, or so they tell me. Funny thing is there's no dragons left, but that hasn't stopped the vampires from deciding I'm worth capturing. Okay, I'm really excited about that. I keep picking up hardbacks recently, it's so weird. I'm really excited for this one. That sounds like so much fun. Again, I've heard so many amazing things about this book, so I'm really looking forward to this one. So we've got Dragon Riders, but there's no dragons left, so I don't know how big of a deal that's going to be. We've got vampires, we've got sort of like highborn, and we've also got some ancient ritual betrothal thing. So I'm really looking forward to this one. This one sounds like a lot of fun and a book that I've been like looking at for ages but been waiting for it to be traditionally published. Very similar to Metal Slinger, which I read recently. I found it originally when it was indie published but couldn't get a hold of it. Then it got picked up for traditional publishing, so I've waited to get the physical copy before I read it. It has been on Kindle Unlimited for a while, but I waited for the physical book. So we can finally pick this up now in the month of October. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really happy about this one. So far I have 3 fantasies and 1 romance. I do think I want some more romance in the mix on this one just because I like to have the option. I don't like reading really big fantasies back to back. I like to have that sort of like palette cleanser in between my big fantasy reads. So I do want to find another little romance to read. So let's try and pick some prompts that work for a romance. I have a pink one. Use a letter generator, then find a book with a title that starts with that letter. Big prompt for you there. Let's just load up a letter generator. Okay, so I've just got like a spinning wheel one. So let's spin. See what we get. H. Ooh, this might be a little bit difficult. Let me have a nosy. I am looking specifically at my romances at the minute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try and find a romance book that I can read. I've only managed to find 1 book that starts with a H on my romance shelf that I haven't already read. So it looks like we're reading this one. So this is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I feel like this has come up in a previous TBR and I never picked it up. So at least we finally got around to it. So this is going to be our 5th book for October. I just had to check them then. So this one is sort of like a second chance romance, if I remember correctly. So Harriet and Wynne are the perfect couple. They have this friendship group and every year they go to the same holiday destination together. And then Harriet and Wynne have actually split up and they find out that the cottage that they all usually go to stay to is actually going up for sale. So they want one last trip before. So they don't have the heart to tell their friends that they've actually broken up. So they pretend they're still together to go on this one last trip. It's my understanding of this book. So it sounds like a very cute, very happy sort of book, but it does have that second chance romance in there, so I'm assuming we're gonna get a bit of a dual timeline. I'm hoping for a dual POV, first person perspective sort of romance, which is my favourite if you know me at all. This one has a lot of potential. I've read Funny Story by Emily Henry and I really enjoyed that one, so I'm looking forward to reading something else by this author because I've only read that one and I did really like it. So 5th book for October, we have Happy Place by Emily Henry. Okay, let's go in for our final book for October. Stick to the bottom. It's got something good. I have a purple one. A book with more than 400 pages. I do feel like we already have some really chunky books this month, but it's fine. I do feel like a lot of my fantasy ones are sort of like 450 anyway. Let's have a think. What do we fancy? I feel like all of my books so far this month are actually starting new series. So I'm going to have a quick look at my series tracker and just see if I've got fantasies that I need to continue. Do you know what? I've actually changed my mind. I know exactly what I'm going to read. So I haven't actually finished book 1 as we sit here at the moment, but I am currently reading City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. So I'm going to put book 2 of that series on my TBR for October because I'm really enjoying these and I kind of do want to read them sort of like back to back. So maybe we could go in with this one. I'm really looking forward to this one. Or do I read this or do I put on book 2 of Ruthless Boys of the Zodiac, because I really want to read that as well, and they're all huge, so that'll definitely be above 400 pages. No, it's fine. Let's stick with this. I wanted to focus on my physical TBR anyway, and then I've got all the physical books for this video, and it's fine. Let's do this one. So I am currently reading book 1 in this series. City of Bones was on my TBR for last month, and I am that far into it, so I'm making good way. I'm going to put book 2 on here. I really want to carry on with this series. I really want to do the Read in Order way, do the first 3 of these, and then the Infernal Devices, and then the last 3 of this series. So book 6 for October, I'm going to put City of Ashes on here. Now this is like just over 400 pages. I was a bit like panicky that I weren't quite going to get it, but the last page of the actual book is page 415, so we're just over 400 pages, which is exactly what I needed. A book with 400 pages. I have City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. So that is my 6th book for October. Okay, we have a good little selection of books here. So I've got 4 fantasies, I've got 2 romances. I am, however, starting 4 new series, which isn't ideal. I mean, Diebound and On Wings of Blood book 2 isn't out in either of those series yet, so I will be up to date with those series once I've read them, so it's not too bad. But let's just quickly review all the books that I picked. So we first got a book that has been highly recommended, and I have picked The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Really excited for this one. Finally starting a new sport romance series after finishing Windy City. I finally got over my little heartbreak and we're going to start a new one. I then got a hardback book and I've decided to go for Diebound by Sable Sorensen. I am so excited for this book, you don't even understand. I then got Start a New Series and I've decided to go for A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. I am so excited for this one. I heard such amazing things about this trilogy. I cannot wait to get into it. So this is book 1 in the Sacred Stone series. I then got a new release, so I've decided to go for On Wings of Blood by Briar Berlin. I hope I'm saying the name right, I'm so sorry if not. This is book 1 in the Bloodwing Academy. So excited for this. Dragon shifters, vampires, trials, trauma. Looking forward to this one. I then got Use a Letter Generator and find a book that starts with that letter. I got the letter H, so I've decided to go for Happy Place by Emily Henry. Heard amazing things about this one. My last little taste of summer as we go into the colder months. Can't wait for this one, it sounds like a lot of fun. And then finally, a book with more than 400 pages, and I have gone for City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, book 2 in the Mortal Instruments series. I cannot wait again to get my hands into this series a bit further. I love this series so much. So this is my October TBR right here. We have such a good selection of books. I honestly cannot wait to read these books. They are all books I am genuinely excited about, so it's going to be a good little reading month. We have some big ones, so hopefully we will get through all of these this month. I have read a lot in the month of September, so I'm hoping that I will actually get to all of these. I do feel like part of the reason I didn't get to a lot of my September TBR is because there were quite a few books I weren't actually that excited for, whereas I am genuinely excited about all of these books. It's going to be a very fun, very intense reading month. So that is everything for this video. If you've read any of these books, do make sure to let me know what you thought of them in the comments. I always love to hear your guys' opinions, or if there are any other books that you think I need to get to in the month of October that they just fit in for the season and things, then again, do let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, my social media, my Amazon wishlist, my Goodreads and my business email are all in the description bar below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you will. Take care. Bye.